What is up, you guys? It is Mira, it is Shiva, it is Vera. I'm in here for the lunch break real quick. I started back trying to watch the rest of the episode of Insecure, and I cut it back off again because something else just ran through my mind, okay? So, I still didn't see the rest of the episode, but I just want to talk about the difference between the Issa types versus the Molly types. Now, Issa might be a mess. You know what I'm saying? I definitely think Issa is a fun mess. I like Issa and her personality and her type, and I feel like I more relate to the Issas of the world because she's a little quirky. She might be a little bit inexperienced in certain things, but she's not scared to jump out there and do whatever she got to do. Even if she falls on her face and looks fucking stupid in front of everybody, it's just like, like she's just gonna put herself out there. I feel like Molly tries too much to be perfect towards the way she's so much trying to analyze everything and put on appearances for other people. Like, her career has to be perfect, her relationships has to be perfect. Like, even how Molly was upset with her father for cheating on the mother. And I feel like that point of the conversation in this season is very important because let's keep it real. Like, in relationships, we all make fucking mistakes. It's just like when the whole conversation was being brought up to Lawrence. Like, okay, well, if Issa would have never did what she did and cheated, but y'all would have still been with each other. Like, have you ever loved somebody like that much? Like, yeah, this person fucked up, but I still fucking love you. I know I might look stupid. I know I might look foolish, but I still fucking love this person. You know what I'm saying? And for Molly to hold on to resentment with her father for cheating on the mother when they are clearly happily married right now. I mean, their parents are fine, and if anything represents like no relationship is perfect, but if you stick it in with each other and if you two heal together, you can heal and mend a bond that was way greater, way deeper than what you had before, So I felt like that was fucked up of Molly to like hold that resentment against the father when the mother wasn't even mad at the father. You know what I'm saying? And she wasn't willing to see how much the both of them learned from that point in their relationship and how it made them stronger and it made them love each other more. And for her brother had to come to Molly and just be like, look, number one, I wanted to play whatever game that was. It was at home. Fucking, I don't know what game it was. It was some game, but it was like her energy was fucking up the thing for the family. And it was like, nothing is wrong with if the parents was beefing because the father had recently cheated on the mother, I could understand that, but I just did not get Molly's whole gripe with the father when it was the fucking past and they had got over it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Molly, she just want everything to be too fucking perfect, and in life shit is not fucking perfect. And Molly's and Issa's issue is like, I don't know. I just you clearly see Molly and Issa's relationship falling apart. You know what I'm saying? Because just like Issa said, you always seem to have a problem with something. You always want to like make a big issue out of something when it really isn't an issue and things like that. Like, I don't think that Molly was wrong with the thing with the towels or whatever. I definitely don't feel like there was an issue with the things with the towels, but I do see where Issa is coming from. It's like Molly just wants to be angry at certain shit. You know what I'm saying? Always want to find something wrong. And I know people like that personally in my life. Like, it don't matter what the situation is. They always got to find something to complain and just a reason not to be happy or not to seem satisfied about something. You know what I'm saying? Where Molly has the perfect job. She has like, I guess from the outside looking in, the perfect life. Whereas though Issa, her job security ain't really there. She really don't know what she wants to do with her life. She's finding herself. And that's why I like Issa, because it's like, she's not trying to be perfect. Even if she fall on her face or bust her ass, she's enjoying finding herself. She's not trying to be perfect. She's not exempt from making mistakes. You know what I'm saying? And she's just learning on the way and just trying to be the best her that she could be. And she's not really trying to like harshly judge anybody, you know? So I feel like when people, they put their energy on trying to be too perfect, too cookie cutter and stuff like that, you could, like Molly's doing, look for something to be unsatisfied about, or look for something to complain about, even in relationships. Like, because even with the Asian dude, like in the beginning, I was like, girl, this man is fine. Like, what are you complaining about? I mean, I don't know. I just don't know. And then it sits with Lawrence and Issa getting back together. I feel like that is a representation of Molly's parents right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like they broke up, you know, someone made a mistake, they broke up, spent some time apart, both of them entered new relationships with new people, found new shit about, I mean, like Lawrence completely upgraded himself. And sometimes it takes for you to make a mistake and be with yourself sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because I like the fact, have you ever had a relationship with someone that you really, really cared about, but then y'all broke up for a couple of years or something, and was able to come back to the table and really, on a mature level, discuss what happened now that y'all are so separated and removed from the actual issues? Like, y'all both have healed and moved on past that, and it's like y'all could actually have a conversation about the relationship where you are really actually hearing each other, like how someone really, because that meeting, that date that Lawrence and Issa had, where they were actually able to sit down and really talk about what Issa was feeling like this, and Lawrence was feeling like this. Like, Lawrence felt down on himself. Like, his girl was getting up every day, going to work. He felt less of a man. He did not know his path. Like, he was going through depression, you know? And because of what Lawrence was going through, it made Issa feel like he did not want her. He did not love her. She did not want to get... When I'm trying to tell you, I have literally lived that. I've lived that to the point where I've basically flat out told the person I was with at that time, no one wants to constantly feel rejected. I told him, like, man, I don't know what the fuck is going on with you, but if this shit don't stop, like, I'm going to cheat on you. Like, I told him, you know what I'm saying? Because I did not feel wanted. I did not feel the connection. Like, this motherfucker wasn't making love to me. Like, no one wants to feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Because people can't get just... And it might not necessarily have to be that they're fucking with someone else. Someone could literally be in depression and be so caught up in their head with their own thoughts that they're not paying attention to the support and the love that they have around them. And it's like they don't want love. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been through places in my life where I just pushed everybody away because I needed to figure out what was going on with me. And I feel like that's what was going on with Lawrence. And until you kind of have a conversation with each other where y'all can, like, realistically look at what you both contributed to the downfall of that relationship, I don't think that they could really release and learn from that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like them two really learned a lot about that point in their life. And I really do felt like they needed the separation. I am happy in the show, and I know this is just a show, but I'm happy to see Issa and Lawrence back together and, like, rekindling their love, because I know how much Issa loved Lawrence, and I know how much Lawrence loved Issa. So, and then, like I said, we're going back to Molly's parents' conversation. Issa made a mistake. Shit, Lawrence made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? And realizing his depression and what he was going through, how it made his girl feel and how it pushed her away. So, you know what I'm saying? But if they would have not had that conversation, they would have still probably been blaming each other and not really looking at what went wrong so that they could fucking grow. You know what I'm saying? So the reason why I'm having this conversation is I feel like Molly and the people like Molly that want this cookie cutter perfect relationship, you know, relationships are not fucking perfect. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not fucking perfect. How many people do you know that they've been with each other for 30, 40 years? They can say, like, literally, oh, I've been with your mother for 30, 40 years. Trust and believe it wasn't no 30, 40 years without a 2 to 5 year break in between. You know what I'm saying? They don't talk about those breakups. You know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes you need those moments of separation in order to find yourself. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not mature to be able to say, look, I fucked up, but I love you. Hey, Dre Day, everything is good. Everything is good. I'm sitting on here talking about insecure because I feel like it really, really, I really do feel like we could learn something from this season of Insecure. And let's go into, I always call him Nansford, but I think the guy's name is Nathan because I just thought it was funny and shit. When he first came around, Issa kept calling this man Nansford. So anyway, because who the fuck names their child Nansford? Issa dealt with it with him as well because her and Nathan was going for a little minute, and then all of a sudden this man went through some mental health depression thing, whatever was going on fundamentally within him, and then he just kind of walled Issa out, and she didn't even understand what the fuck happened. You know what I'm saying? So people do deal with depression, people do deal with mental health issues, and if they're not in a place where they feel comfortable with their self, where they're able to talk to someone. Because a lot of times when you're going through depressions, you don't know why you're feeling that. Like, I have gone, listen, do not, and y'all don't even have to say nothing in the comments or nothing. Depression is real. It is fucking real. Something at work can trigger your depression. And you could come home and take that shit out on your family and not even realizing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Energy carries, y'all. So Issa had two different situations. Lawrence was dealing with depressions on how he felt with himself, and the dude, Nathan was dealing with depression, and she didn't even understand what happened with that dynamic there. So I feel like when it comes down to relationships and things like that, I think that people really do need to start looking at the mental health aspect of things, because sometimes it don't even be that a person's cheating on you. Somebody could just be going through some internal conflict that they might, and a lot of times when they're going through this shit, they might not feel comfortable to talk about it because they don't know how to fucking talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So I think the whole gist of everything with Lawrence was, did I give up too easily? You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, someone cheat on you. Like, okay, I'm gonna put it to you like this. I went through a situation like that because after my first pregnancy, I literally had no sex drive. I had no sex drive. Like, unless you are a woman and you give birth for the first time, you really don't know what the fuck that shit feels like. And especially I was breastfeeding. I felt like a fucking cow. I didn't feel like my body was my own. So for the first about 6 months after I had my first child, my daughter, I ain't have no sex drive. I was breastfeeding. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mind wasn't there. Like, I was trying to get myself back in the mode of being a new mother, which I've never been a mother before. Titties swelling up, hurting, like you could barely sleep on the sides because your shit is just like engorged. Like, my mind wasn't on no fucking sex. You know what I'm saying? And my baby father cheated on me. And I tried, like, I talked to him about, my libido was just gone. It was just gone. I had no interest in sex. And it's like I was trying to, because I knew that I had to fulfill my partner's needs, but it just wasn't there. It just really, really wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? But I tried. You know what I'm saying? I can legitimately say, I really did try. You know what I'm saying? To do the best that I can. Like, to be cheated on, and you know that y'all talked about something and you are trying your best. It don't matter what you're going through. It don't matter what you're going through. That's a hard pill, you know what I'm saying, to take someone cheating on you, especially if you're going through like postpartum depression or any type of depression, you know what I'm saying? Anything. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for someone to come back from someone fucking cheating on you, and you thinking about, damn, the way this person kissed me, they kissed someone, like they gave what they give to me to someone else, you know? So for Lawrence to have just walked away because Issa cheated on him, I don't blame him for that shit. But at the same time, I don't blame him for being with someone else and realizing that this is not where I want to be. Like, legitimately, like, this person ain't Issa. You know what I'm saying? Like, they fucked up. But shit, I fucked up too because I made her feel unwanted. You know what I'm saying? So I still didn't finish watching the rest of the episode. I'm still going to finish watching the episode. But I just wanted to have that talk real quick because, you know, what side of the fence are you on? And we really do have to start looking at that, y'all. Like, what personality are we more like? Are we more like the Issas of the world where, yeah, you may look silly. Yeah, you may not be knowing where you're going. You know what I'm saying? Because none of us knows what today or tomorrow looks like. But it's just getting up and just keep going and just trying to make the best of it. Versus being a Molly where it's like, you're trying to pinpoint every fucking aspect of every single thing that you're doing. You wanna have marriage before kids and this and that. Like, everything has to go by the book or by some society expectations or how things are supposed to go. You know, career before love, this and that, blah, 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 where everything has to be perfect to the point where you're missing so much of fucking life and you don't even realize that you're the fucking problem. Trying to be fucking perfect. You know what I'm saying? Life ain't perfect. It ain't designed to be perfect. It's meant for us to fall and bump our heads. You know what I'm saying? So, I feel like the fact that in this story that Molly took, because I feel like it was projection. Like, I don't even feel like she really had a reason to be mad at her father like that. Like, if he cheated on her mother, that was probably years ago. Both of them are happy. Why would you sit there and be beefing with your father like that? It just made no fucking sense. And it seemed like she was fucking projecting her own unhappiness onto her parents. And it's just like, what would you treat your father like that for? Why? Because he made a mistake. He was sorry for it and he made it right and he fixed it. And he's still there loving on your mother and ain't did shit since. What would you treat this man like that for? I don't know. It was just ridiculous. And it made me shake my head. Because I feel like, even though, like I said, I didn't finish watching the episode, I feel like Molly is going to harshly judge Issa if she finds out that Issa and Lawrence are back together. You know what I'm saying? I definitely feel that. And especially, or she probably gonna snitch. And even though Issa told Lawrence about Nathan and stuff like that, I feel like Molly is going to be messy as fuck. I really do feel like Molly is going to be messy as fuck and going to try to sabotage what she got going on with Lawrence and shit like that. Because she was already jealous of Issa and Condola's relationship. I don't know. I just feel like Molly got fucking issues. You understand? I feel like Molly has motherfucking issues trying to be too motherfucking perfect. Always complaining. Always having a problem with something. Like, there's... And that's why I'm asking. Look at yourself and look in the mirror and figure out, who are you? Are you the Issas? Or you the Mollys? You know what I'm saying? Like, I could definitely say I'm more of an Issa because I fall flat on my face many a times, but I follow my heart. And I do what's best for me. And I don't have any problems with learning. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about me looking perfect. It's about me being the perfect vision for myself. When I look in the mirror every day, am I making myself happy? Am I making the right decisions? It's not about me pleasing the world or what anybody thinks of me. With Molly, I think she gives too much of a fuck about that. And I would prefer to be Issa more than a Molly any day. Shit, look, Issa was fucking a little TSA agent. And that's why I love Issa and fucking Lawrence's relationship, because how he dipped off on her. I thought he really was about to leave and carry her, and then he was like, brah. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, I'm really rooting for Lawrence and Issa, because it's like when you have that connection with someone and y'all know each other, and y'all separated and y'all grown and y'all are still like best friends like that, then you can pick off from where you left off with lessons and learn and really able to appreciate each other. And they have that like fun loving relationship. Like, I love Lawrence and Issa's fucking relationship. Like, best friend. Like, I fucking love that. That is something to be admired. That's the type of relationship to, if you want to be jealous of a relationship, that's the type of relationship to be jealous of. And I really do think that that's Molly's problem, because no matter how much of a fuck up Issa is, she got something that Molly don't. And throughout none of this season has Molly ever had a fucking relationship like the relationship that Issa and Lawrence had. Don't matter how poor they was. And listen, it don't matter. Molly got the money, right? They was living in the dunes. Look, he wasn't working. Issa was trying. Molly still has not ever in this show had a love the way them two had. So I want y'all to pay attention to that. And to all of y'all women that be out there that be so pressed about putting your career first and not your life, I want y'all to be like Molly's, because I know too many motherfucking women that is in their mid-40s, ain't never really had no serious relationship, don't got no kids, don't got nothing but a big-ass house and a closet full of motherfucking expensive clothes and nice-ass furniture, and nobody to share it with, trying to be perfect. Okay? So listen, I gotta go. I hope that y'all understood where I'm going with this, and just shout out to everybody that took a chance on love. Like, even though someone really did something fucked up that might have hurt you, but if your heart is guiding you to get that motherfucker a second chance again, and you don't give a fuck about what nobody else think, what nobody feel about your decision, you going on what makes you happy, because y'all two know each other. Shout out to all of y'all, because that's a big risk. Because you could very much look stupid. The person could do it again, but what if they don't? What if they don't? What if they truly, truly learn from that mistake and y'all spend the rest of your motherfucking lives happy and in fucking love? It's worth that. Not only is it worth that risk, it was worth those years of separation. You know what I'm saying? Because as long as you separated and you put that shit back together better than it ever was, who gives a fuck about what nobody think? So I love y'all. I'm about to get the fuck on up out of here. I hope y'all enjoyed our talk. Y'all hit the like button if this resonated with y'all at any point. And if y'all know anybody that's been, like, because I know people that they separated for some years and they back together, and the motherfuckers is old as fuck, still loving on each other, still vacationing, still enjoying each other. And that mistake that they made was the best mistake that they could have ever made in their life, because it changed them for the rest of their life. And they're with who they truly love. So shout out to everybody willing to take a risk for love. So what's up, Jay? What's up, everybody? Yes, I'm going back to work. I love y'all. We'll see y'all when I slide home. Peace.